McNeil High.
Leslie.
Nice to meet you. And how old is your student? Or is your student, do you think your student would want to talk to us as well?
I'm sure she'd be willing to. She's a senior.
Okay. All right. Look at me. Let me get your first name, your last name, say both, and spell both.
Leslie Foxworth, LESLIE FOXWORTH.
All right. And your mom to a student?
I am. I have a senior at McNeil. This is my third child coming through McNeil.
Okay. So what are you doing out here today?
Well, I talked to my daughter about the power of the protest, and she's a leader in the community, and I talked to her about being strategic about where she's inserting herself as a leader and making sure that she's aligned with what these children are doing today. I'm very proud of them for practicing their constitutional rights. I had some concern with the threat from Governor Abbott as is how this might impact the budget to these schools. Our teachers, I believe, are already underpaid. I believe our schools are understaffed. I'm a 504 parent, and I've experienced the resources that have already been cut. So I was very passionate about trying to make sure to protect that. However, I won't muzzle our future leaders. These children will be voting in the midterms. These children will be voting in the next presidential election. And it is nobody's right to take that power from them to define what this country is and how our budget is allocated, and they have that power.
Why do you think Governor, the student walkout is nothing new, you know that?
Right.
Why do you think Governor Abbott picked this period in time to try and stop the student walkout?
You know, I try very hard not to read into anything. I've been in positions where I've been part of decisions that have been very hard to make, and there's a lot that goes into those decisions, so I don't want to read into that. I'm not sure why. However, I'm aware of how the unexcused absences affect the budget for the schools, and that the kids are unexcused absence today. So I do anticipate some potential impact that might not benefit the school, but again, I'm proud of the kids for getting out there and showing their voice, and my hope is that they take that passion to register to vote.
So this is we'll just say a very tense point in our nation's history. How's your child been taking, how's your child's friends been taking this past year?
Well, you know, it's interesting. My daughter's a senior, and she's actually in 3 government classes right now, and so she has a lot of insight into opposing views and a lot of education. She is a daughter of a cancer survivor, and sat next to me while I fought that journey. She understands the impact that the cancer research community has been with how we felt, you know, that impact this year, and she's seen firsthand, you know, what's been going on. So there's a lot of stress there. There's a lot of stress around the future. She sees a lot of division. She doesn't understand why she, with the color of her skin, sometimes is treated a little different than her sister that's more light complected. And that's a hard thing to help the kids comprehend and ingest, especially in my household, but I understand that that's where my power's at, and what I can do as a mom is just empower my kids with as much information and allow them to make their decisions as they walk through life. I've learned that.
All right, and then what do you do? Are you just like observing, protecting, giving them water? What
Absolutely. I came here just to make sure that everything was safe and to give my daughter a way out should things get out of hand. We're well aware that perhaps sometimes there's an opportunity for children that don't necessarily believe in the movement to come out and misbehave, and I just wanted her to make sure that she had a way out should she need one. I brought some water out to hydrate the kids as they're walking, my phone to make sure that we protect if something goes wrong, and I actually did have a talk with my daughter. In the event that something goes wrong and law enforcement approaches you, this is how you behave. Do not resist. State your name, your citizenship, and I'll find you. And unfortunately, that's the talk we're having to have with our kids now.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you giving this coverage to the kids and hearing a rational point of view on why they're out here. These kids are the future. They're our future leaders, so thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here you go. Keys so I don't forget them. Okay, right here. And you look at me. All right. Let me get your first name, your last name, say both and spell both.
My name is Alexander Georgian.
Okay, spell it for me.
Georgen.
All right. What are you out here for today?
I just think what ICE is doing, taking families and hurting people and killing them, I think it's really barbaric, and we all need to show the power of a community and just be one,
Right. What's the spirit like in there? What's the feeling?
Oh, very spirited, just so much energy, so much dedication.
And how does that feel? Because there's been a lot of high school walkouts and people, adults, having this thing or that thing to say about
Definitely.
it. What would you tell those adults?
I would tell them, unless they're part of it, you don't really know. Because I've seen a lot of adults along the lines, supporting too, saying giving thumbs up. So it's all about just how you think of it. And I think it's a pretty good thing to do for an important issue.
So you're 18 years old, so you're a brand new voter, and your first time voting, presumably,
Yes.
will be in this really difficult part of American history. What do you think about that, and how do you feel about approaching the ballots in November?
Oh, I think it's definitely a very interesting time. I think overall you shouldn't just vote on one issue. Every candidate has different things, so make sure your ideology closely resembles, because you always want to vote for who you want to vote for. You don't want to let someone, say they're going to do something and back on it. Make sure you know their track record and if they're going to really deliver.
And what do you hope happens here between now and November?
Well, it's obviously not going to change everything in a day, but nothing has ever changed in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you have to just keep trying until you get what you want.
And what do you want?
I think that it should just stop. I think we should find a better, more compassionate way to deal with this instead of just killing and taking and beating up in the streets.
All right. Anything else that you'd like to say?
No, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. you.
These are all the names of people that have been killed by ICE!
And there's more.
Do not let them be silenced! Do not let them be forgotten! Every day people are being hurt by ICE! Never forget!